Hey there. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is the nut and tuning stability. The nut is the number one cause of most tuning problems. Once that gets worked out, virtually all of the rest of the tuning problems are usually done away with. The pitch of a string is determined by three things. Number one, the diameter of the string. The larger the string, the lower the pitch. The smaller the string, the higher the pitch. Number two is the length of the string. When you fret a note, you're making the string shorter, which raises the pitch. As you go this way, you're making the string longer, and that lowers the pitch. The other two things that come into play is the intonation, and we make the string ever so slightly longer or shorter to adjust the overall pitch of the string. Or the scale length. Fender is a 25.5-inch scale, and Les Paul or Gibson product is 24 3/4. That will change everything. But the one that we really need to worry about is tension. When you bend a string, you're changing the tension of the string and changing the pitch. When you use your tuning key, you're changing the tension and that changes the pitch. Now, anything that can store tension and then release it at a later time will be a cause of tuning problems. So if you look here, I don't know if you can see that or not. Try to zoom in. If you look, you can see that there's little grooves inside of the actual nut slot. Well, those there are places where the string is going to kind of bounce over those, and it takes a certain amount of tension for it to come back. Well, the bottom of that slot is really supposed to be super smooth and lubricated, so the string can slide back and forth without having any problems. But those little bumps, especially on your wound strings, can really wreak havoc with the tuning stability. If you've ever heard a string go ping or something like that when you're tuning it, that's the string binding in the nut. So how do we fix it? Well, we're going to have to use some special files to smooth that out and get rid of all of those bumps. But the big problem with doing that is that it does lower the height of the nut. You can only do it so many times before that becomes a problem and the nut needs to be changed. But if you want your guitar to play as good as possible, that's just unfortunate, but there we go. Yeah, those nuts or those little bumps are going to cause a lot of tuning problems. So there we go.